Hello and welcome back to the Fundamentals of SQL course. We are in the join section and we are going to be discussing self-joins. So the goal of a self-join is to compare values within the same table. So we can use a self-join to reference itself, and a common use case is when a table stores records and they have hierarchical relationships between them. So let's say we have an employee table where every employee has a manager, and that's kind of a hierarchical relationship. And you want to list all employees and the name of their manager. You can do that using a self join by comparing the table to itself. And we'll talk through an example using our pets table or our pets owners table and pets data. So let's do a self join to match the owners from the same city and state using our pets owners table from our pet data. So, best practice always let's refresh our memory of the table schema by selecting our pets owners in our database object. So we have 89 rows. We have the owner ID, the name, surname, street address, city, state, the full state, and our zip code. So we want to know the first name, the surname, the city, and state to compare the owners from the same city and state. So in a self-join, we have to create columns and table aliases to simulate creating two tables to join together. In this example, A and B are aliases for the same pets owners table. So I didn't want to type this out as we went along. I want to break this down with you. So let's look at our select statement. We are selecting table B, which is the table that we are creating. We are aliasing dot name as first name 1, and table B dot surname as last name 1. So this is just saying that from table B, the name column is now first name 1, and the surname column is last name 1. And then from table A, our name as first name 2, and table A, our surname as last name 2. And then we're just going to call the city and state from table B. Now, table A and table B are aliases. And you're probably thinking, like, where did we create these tables? Where are these coming from? What's going on? So when you're writing, we can create these tables or these table aliases. And then when we call them in our from statement, we just re-alias both tables as what we want. So we're going to say from pets owners, table A, comma, pets owners, table B. So we've re-aliased pets owners and replace them with table B and table A so we can simulate a join together. And now down to our goal where we want to match the owners from the same city and state. So when we compare, we don't want to compare the owners with themselves. That would be redundant. But we do want the city and state to equal each other from table A and table B. So we're going to use a where statement to filter out our data of owner IDs where they don't match from either table. And remember, this less than greater than means not equal. So we're saying select all of this information from pets owners table A and pets owners table B, where the owner ID from table A does not equal the owner ID from table B. Great. We're also going to use logical operators and to show that we want each city from table A to match each city from table B. And we want each state from table A to match each state from table B. And that's going to filter our records for us to show what we want to show. And then we order by state. So let's highlight this, let's run it and see what we get. And this is exactly what we wanted. Now we have our first name and last name and first name 2 and last name 2, and we're matching all of the owners that live in the same city, and we're ordering it by our state. I urge you to explore the data from this self-join and kind of see what happened. And in the practice on Teachable, you're going to get more examples of how to use self-joins, and they're going to be very similar to this, so I suggest you use this as a template from your notes. You won't necessarily understand self-joins to a complete extent, and that's not necessarily the goal here. It's just to expose you to what you can do in SQL. The more you use self-joins, full joins, right joins, left joins, inner joins, the more you're going to understand them. So just remembering that a self-join, the goal is really to just compare values within the same table or use them to identify hierarchical relationships between values in a database. That was self-joins. Thanks, and I will see you in the next lecture.